We oftentimes hear so many tips and tricks on how to look and feel and style our clothes in a more elegant fashion. Old money aesthetic, quiet luxury, all those things that have come into play for the last couple of years are still going really strong. One of the things that is neglected to even mention or think about are things that have nothing to do with tangible goods. And even though the things that I'm talking about here today, they're free and you can easily start to work on these things, arguably they might be a little bit harder, but with practice, intention, and just even being aware of these things, you can instantly become more elegant. What sparked this video idea was seeing the Kylie Jenner yacht shoulders that have kind of been all over TikTok and the internet about how this so-called yacht shoulder is a way to look more rich, old money aesthetic, more elegant. And I thought it was a very dangerous narrative because there's so much attention to something that has nothing to do with elegance, with a very skinny shoulder that's bony, that just looks fragile. It's not about the skinny, bony shoulder. It is about posture and how you carry yourself. And posture is one of those things that you absolutely have to work on. It doesn't come magically on its own. Once you do master posture, you actually crave standing up straight, and you'll see a big difference in not just how you look and feel, but most importantly, how your body functions. Over time, we usually have this posture where we're hunched over, we're on our phones, we're on our computers, we're driving, and we start to go like this. Not only do we lose mobility in our neck, so you start to feel it when you are checking your blind spot and you kind of get caught and things like that. It also ages you. So one of the first things that you notice when somebody is getting older is that their posture starts to go. So if you see somebody across the street, before you can even take a look at their face or even get a sense of what they look like, you kind of make a judgment of how old they are because of how their posture looks. If they're very hunched over, you're like, oh, they're on their way to being old. And if you see somebody with a little bit of a fresher posture, more mobility, but even without seeing them up close, you'll make the judgment that they're a little bit younger. Vanity aside, keeping your posture is so important for mobility and being able to access muscles to actually strengthen your body. How do you do this? So it's a combination of getting more mobility and flexibility within your chest and your back muscles and your rotator cuffs, and then also strengthening. And when you see somebody with beautiful posture, you automatically assume that they have more money, that they have status, that they might be a princess or a ballerina. You just look so much more elegant and polished when you're standing up straight and you have a nice long neck, length in your spine. It just makes all of the difference. And I'm gonna share with you a video that I did a couple of years ago here on YouTube that will walk you exactly with what to do. It doesn't take very long. You don't have to do it every day, all day long. It's very simple, but you'll see results pretty quickly. And best of all, you'll keep your body healthy. I'm Ziba, welcome. I have been doing fashion, styling, and content on Instagram, TikTok, and most recently here for the last 7 years. I've interviewed front row celebrities, designers, models, and covered many fashion shows in Paris and New York with FNL. And I've also owned a fitness business for the past 15 years. And I find that fitness and fashion are very related. Both require confidence. They start from the inside out. I love it when these two things kind of merge together and I can find ways to share with you how to be more confident. But I'm also just a mom of 2 boys who is literally just trying to get dressed in the morning and not wear the same thing every day as I do the coffee run and the soccer pickups and stuff. The second factor of becoming more elegant has all to do with how you carry yourself socially. And what I mean by that is think of your most engaging, elegant friend that you think about in your mind. And that person is not somebody who talks about themselves all the time. That person is not somebody who gossips. That person is most likely a friend that when you are in front of them and you're telling them a story and you're getting together with them or you run across them at a party, all of their attention and their energy is on you. Eye contact, not looking around the room, seeing if they can spot somebody better to talk to. I find that a lot of people that are literally old money, like true, not just like in how they dress, don't talk a lot about themselves. They actually ask so many questions and they give you so much energy when they're talking to you. And I think part of it is because they're trying to deflect attention. I think people that truly come from a lot of wealth don't like to talk very much about themselves because they're usually protecting themselves. So they tend to ask a lot more questions. But when you end up leaving them, I think a lot of times you think to yourself, wow, I had a lot of fun with that person. I'm attracted to that person. And it's because they let you talk about yourself and they let you kind of share who you are. It tricked you into revealing very little about themselves. Now, you don't have to be mysterious. You don't have to hide things or anything like that. I'm just saying when somebody is in front of you, making eye contact, smiling, giving them that energy, and not, you know, like looking around and being like, okay, who's there? Do I want to talk to her? Do I want to talk to her or him? Or, you know, that is a very elegant way of being. And related to that is not gossiping. There is nothing worse than somebody who gossips, because right away you don't trust them anymore. And most of the time, people that do talk badly about somebody else and gossip with you will flip it around and they'll actually make it sound like you were saying something. So whenever I spot a gossiper, I try to like exit the conversation as quickly as possible, because I find that never gonna end well. And also, somebody tells you something that somebody said, it's like, okay, well, why, you know, that famous quote, why were they so comfortable telling it to you? So I think that keeping that social lens in mind is a very important way to be more elegant, and it has nothing to do with what you're wearing. It is about how you carry yourself, the kind of person that you are inside, along with giving a lot of energy and attention and not gossiping. The third thing is giving back and leaving a legacy. And you don't have to have tons of money or resources to give back. It really is about giving back with what it is that you have to give back with, whether that is your time, even if it is money, you know, what are you able to help with? And sometimes it has nothing to do like an actual dollar amount. Sometimes it's as easy as if you see a neighbor that needs help, that is sick, setting up a meal train for that person. When your kids run out of clothes, collecting them and actually making an effort to find a friend that might have a ton of kids that could use the clothes. Just little things like that. In terms of a legacy, like what do you want to be known for? What is the thing that you want to leave behind when you're not here anymore? And if that is not a ton of expensive jewelry and Chanel's and Birkins and assets, then maybe that's just a tradition, who you are as a person, the energy that you left behind and the kindness and what were you known for. That is just such an important thing to keep in mind. That has very little to do when you cull it down with material things. The third factor is the more superficial section of this video, but it is important because elegance, although a lot of it is internal and how you carry yourself and what you say and what you do, we can't ignore that just basic grooming is so important to looking and feeling more elegant. An easy one that comes to mind from a personal grooming standpoint is not wearing too much perfume. There's nothing worse than when you're in an elevator or you're at a restaurant or you're at a party or anywhere at all, and you cannot get the smell of somebody's cologne or perfume away from you. So wearing perfume, wonderful way to complete your outfit, have a signature scent, be elegant, but you really have to watch how much perfume you put on, because it can make you appear cheap if you're wearing too much perfume. The second thing is taking care of your skin. So it's the little details of I'm not just saying like going and get facials and keeping up and trying to look youthful and all that stuff, but it's the little things like your cuticles, making sure that your elbows are not all scratchy and peeling. Do you have dandruff? Have you looked inside your ears lately? So those types of things. Another quick little hack that you can do is always carry a mirror, a brush, and breath mints in your purse or bag, because those are just essentials. A quick brush of your hair can do so much for you, as well as just grabbing your mirror can quickly check, do you have something stuck between your teeth and you've been talking to everybody all night? Breath mint, same thing. When you're in a function and you don't know a lot of people, a lot of times there's so much noise, you have to lean in. You don't want to be known as a person with the bad breath. So those things to carry with you are just little things that make you more elegant and that you will give you confidence, and it all kind of piles up on each other. If you feel confident, then you'll stand up straighter, then you'll have more energy for people because you won't be inside your mind while you're talking to people and not paying attention to what they're saying. So you'll be more engaged and engaging, and it kind of all works together to make you appear more elegant. And the other little tips that I've covered here on my channel before, like steaming your clothes and making sure that the buttons aren't loose, automatically makes you look cheap. If you want more little things to look out for to make sure that you're not looking cheap, make sure to check out my 9 ways that your outfits are looking cheap. It's a video that covers a lot of different factors that are sometimes overlooked that cheapen your overall outfit. Above all, one of the most important things about being elegant is to be yourself and believing in yourself. If this video was helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you really soon.